And the funny thing is I had no way. I tried that color up at 2 a.m. as I'm crowded by a ring of...
So the mark of success, people always like, how do you know when you've made it? And where I was like, you know, when you can kill a hooker and get away with it. That's
Take all the trip?
yeah. Just throw it out there.
And Neptune?
Yeah, just throw it out there. Let's make it happen. Oh, look at that.
Dress.
So, we were at the Viper Room in LA, which is the fucking douchebaggiest club that has ever douchebaggy. And we only played it because Indie 1031 used to have a night there. Normally, we would never play that place. So, I've never been more proud of Steven in my whole life because there was like a sound guy there who like mixed sound for Guns N' Roses in the 80s and like never got over it.
He was unaware that it was 2008.
Yeah, he was like, yeah, so he was like, we were like, Steve, he was just being a jerk the whole time, and we were just, you know, we're just a local band and we're trying to get our sound right or whatever. So he goes to, so Steven's like, hey, douchey sound guy with the ponytail.
He didn't say douchey though.
No.
He was very friendly.
He was very polite.
Right, but he was the douchey sound guy with the ponytail. And so Steven goes, can I have some more guitar in my monitor? That's the thing in the front, you know, the wedge. The speaker that you can hear yourself. I said, can I have some more guitar in my monitor? And the guy's like, listen, man, listen. I'm gonna take care of you, okay? This is the best sound in LA, all right? It's the best sound in LA, and you're gonna be taken care of. So Steven, without missing a beat, I was so proud of him. He goes, sweet. So can I have more of the best sound in LA in my monitor?
Standing in the rain, wood so dry, face so wet. You said I broke a heart, but that hadn't happened yet. I bet my friends all hate me now. I get the strangest looks from this busy crowd.
The thing about the UK is that, like, if you say the name of the town that you're in, they just bust into their fucking like soccer chant. It's called football over there, and they just like, you could be like, hey, it's nice to be in Cardiff, and then it'll be like 400 drunk,
really
like,
drunk.
Yeah, they start doing their like Cardiffian fucking soccer chant, and you're just like, oh, that's weird. So this guy was on stage, and he was really.
No,
I mean,
he was one of like 20 people on stage.
yeah, there was like 20 people on stage, and we were having a night. You know, it was like a crazy like screaming kind of night, and everyone was on the stage, and he was like headbanging and doing his thing, and I was trying to sing. And then his head popped. At one point, his head bang popped back, and like the back of his head hit me in the eye, like really hard, like bam. Like I was like, fuck. And I was trying to sing, and then like, yeah.
Nice.
And then he kind of looked back at me and
You doing
smiled, and I
secretly
sort of smiled, and because it was like whatever. What are you gonna do? It's punk rock. But then this blood started coming out of my face, and then we finished the show, and I just had like blood coming down my face for the rest of the show. And the good part of that was that we had all this TV we had to do that week. So for the rest of that week, on like MTV and shit, I had like a black eye, and it looked like I was shining.
It looked like blue eyeliner.
Mike Tyson had just fucking like clocked me.
Everyone thought Mikkel was running eyeliner.
What's passed through these hands? All these drugs and the one night stand. So I tremble when I think of what's.
How are you doing?
Doing alright.
You're like way more likely to get shot in the U.S. and way more likely to get in a fight in the U.K. I don't know what that's about.
Well, even the way of complimenting in the UK is weird. Like they'll take the piss out of you, I guess, and it's like this weird way of like fucking with you because they like you.
Put something in your urethra.
Oh, how is everything?
Terrible. Can I turn this back?
Really? You didn't like it at all?
Horrible.
Oh no. Okay.
He just ate the whole thing.
Oh, there's only one left.
Oh, maybe. Are we gonna do another jug? It looks like some people are running low.
Nah, we gotta go play a show.
Alright, in that case, can you throw that at me?
Don't throw it at him.
Right.
Actually, you can throw it if you like.
I got it.
God, not another night. I'm always trying to get all these details right. I remember.
We thought it was
Just
a
in the-
Toronto landmark.
Well, the building is because it's a historic building. It was built in like 1867.
Do they teach you this in training when you
They
like,
do.
first start?
The
Or they,
house
like,
is
you have to
actually-
memorize?
It's haunted?
Yeah, it's haunted.
Can we go to the ghost place?
Well,
Please, we'll
you know
videotape
what? I'll
it.
tell the ghosts to come down and sit and chat with you guys.
This sounds like a
And
case for the Airborne
This
Toxic
is
Event.
pretty
We've
interesting.
been
as
to a
well.
few haunted locations. But I think we almost tour haunted places.
Who wants the last beer? You want some more beer?
This used to be connected. There was a downtown tunnel. It's still there, but we have obviously blocked off now. But there was a downtown tunnel that was like right.
They got a cab. That's the fun one.
how much of it? I think it's all pretty real. It's all just stuff that happened, and I just tried to write about it in a way that seemed sort of honest. It seems sort of subversive to tell the truth about stuff. And you understand, when we first started out, we were just this band on the east side of LA playing shows at like the Echo and Spaceland, and all these people kept coming to shows, and we didn't really know why. We just kind of like got up and we had this certain attitude about things. And the fact that we're now in this world of whatever, like we're all aware that it could all like, it all has to be taken with a grain of salt. Like it'll all go away tomorrow, and I think we're pretty determined to like not be assholes in the process, and sort of like we maintain some level of work ethic and humility about it, and sort of like if it did, like we'd be okay with that. And in the meantime, we want to just be kind of lean and hungry and like just trying to write good music and perform good shows.
Are you subversive?
Well, the idea of like honesty and like most pop songs have this very teenage idea about like love or relationships, or about like, you know, sort of what makes a good day or a bad day. But that's not how we live our lives. Nobody lives their lives that way. Like if we went out to a bar tonight and now we were talking and having a few, you'd be like, dude, check this out. This thing happened to me with this ex-girlfriend, and so she showed up with this guy and I talked to her and this thing happened. And like it would involve some fucked up shit. There would be jealousy, and there would be some kind of loneliness, and there would be some desperation, and then there'd be some perspective on it. You'd be able to kind of laugh at yourself a little bit at the same time as like you really did feel that way. Like this is actually how we experience our lives. We don't experience our lives in the way that you would expect from a 3-minute pop song.